What's next?
Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terence Crawford next.
3 days later, he already back in the gym, man.
Wow. Terence Bud Crawford says he's finna smash Errol Spence Jr. to bits. Then he coming for Jermell Charlo. That's what I'm gonna talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Yo, it's going down. Errol Spence got the game on tilt. He had a successful 10th round win victory over Yordenis Ugas. And he posted a grocery list, and it was showing all the champions he's defeated. I made a video about that. Check that on the channel. And Errol Spence, after posting that, Terence Crawford, he's seen it. You see on the screen, this is what Terence Crawford said. I love this energy. Clap, clap, clap. So bravo. He's basically saying bravo. Keep it up. I'ma smash you. Then I'm coming for your cheerleader. And then he tagged Jermell Charlo. That's if he wins next. As you guys know, Jermell Charlo has a very tough fight with Brian Castano in an undisputed affair. Just like Crawford versus Errol Spence will be undisputed. Team Crawford member and someone out of Crawford gym, Bernie, also posted this. And basically he's co-signing and backing his man, Terence Crawford. He said, man, please, you should have went straight to the man. But it's your ad now, boy. See you soon. End quote. Wow. Things are heating up. Listen, Crawford's a brilliant fighter. Errol Spence a great fighter. 2 dogs, 2 animals. Let's see it. Now, I do have questions about the business, but I'll save that for another video. We'll see, what Crawford's situation is. His advisor, Daniel Kinahan, is a wanted man, $5 million bounty on his head. And that's from the U.S. Treasury. The DEA is looking for him and looking for members of the Kinahan family, trying to bring him into justice. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Now, as far as the fight, it's a pick 'em fight. Some people are picking Errol Spence. Some people are picking Terence Crawford. I got a poll on my channel, so make sure you guys click on that tab and you can submit your votes. I'll make a follow-up video on that. Errol Spence versus Crawford. Just the opinions are all over the place. Some people are picking Errol by knockout decision. Some people are picking Crawford, say he's going to destroy Errol, and Errol's not ready for it. It just depends on who you ask. That's the mark of a great fight. Now, what will surprise some is that Terence Crawford is saying he's going to smash Errol and then fight Jermell Charlo, which is unexpected since Jermell Charlo is at a different division, 154 pounds. So, I mean, Crawford, he's a killer, bro. I mean, the fact, you gotta give it up to him. The fact that he's tagging the people and he's saying he wants fights like that, because we know Jermell Charlo is a dangerous threat. And I feel like if he beats Brian Castano, which I'm picking him to beat Brian Castano in the rematch, then that's a super dangerous guy, a guy who's bigger than Crawford, I would imagine. I've never seen them sized up to each other, but it's a guy who's been fighting at 54 longer. So if this is Crawford's real plan, I mean, this is a Hall of Fame crazy run. If he can beat Errol Spence and become undisputed in 2 divisions back to back, 140 and 147, and then go on to fight Jermell Charlo, who's undisputed. I mean, now that I'm thinking of it, as I've processed it while I'm recording this freestyle video, I mean, that would be insane. I don't think anyone in the history of boxing has done that, bro. And the crazy thing is, we're at a space in boxing and the way things have played out. If he gets these fights and he wins these fights, then it's plausible. He was 140. He was undisputed after he got the last belt from Ndongo. I was at that fight live. So if he does beat Errol, who has 3 of the belts, and he has 1 belt that he got off Jeff Horn, that's undisputed at 147. And then if Charlo beats Castano, they're fighting for undisputed. So ideally, theoretically, if Jermell Charlo beats Castano and Crawford were to beat Errol Spence, then he would be solidified as undisputed at 40, 47, and then he would only have to beat that one person in Jermell Charlo to be undisputed in 3 divisions straight. I mean, I've never heard of anyone doing that in boxing. You know, I'm no Burt Sugar. I don't profess to be Emmanuel Stewart. If you guys can name somebody that has ever been 3 back-to-back divisions undisputed, please let me know, because there hasn't even been that many undisputed people in general. You know, it's like Bernard Hopkins. It's a select few group of people. Crawford, Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor, Josh Taylor recently, Usyk, Alexander Usyk, and, you know, Canelo recently. But yeah, I don't think that's ever been done. You know, if you guys have more information than me, let me know who went in 3 weight classes. It was undisputed in 3, because it's really hard, especially with politics and all the stuff that goes into boxing. But I don't want to get ahead of myself, because Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, that's no easy fight for Crawford. Crawford and Charlo, that would be later down the line. Crawford, he has no easy task with Castano. Castano showed you he comes to fight. But I do like the back and forth. I like both guys are talking spicy. Errol's more aggressive with his call outs, just like he said. He said, I'm going to pick up my side of the street. The last thing I would say is Team Crawford's Bernie said that, man, come on, man, you should have stepped to him first. And I've seen this also from some of the diehard Crawford man fans or radical Crawford fans, and that doesn't make sense to me. Why would Errol Spence have foregone the fights that were super easy to make, in-house fights, right, to fight Crawford before those fights, and then they would have only been fighting for 2 belts between the 2 of them? Meanwhile, you should be happy, I would imagine, that Errol Spence went and collected all the belts and did all the heavy lifting despite having a detached retina and eye injury, right, and a car wreck. But he still was able to have the confidence in his ability to collect the belts, and then had the skills to perform and collect the belts. Now it makes the Crawford-Errol Spence fight even greater, just like Errol Spence said. So I don't really understand this rationale from the Crawford fans, who were basically saying this fight should have been happened. I mean, if it would have been happened, then Errol Spence wouldn't have had all the belts, and it wouldn't be for undisputed. So undisputed Crawford versus Errol has a nice ring to it, no? Doesn't it sound better that they'll be fighting for all the belts? So I don't understand why Team Crawford is making it like Errol was ducking still. But, you know, nonetheless, we may get the fight. We'll see how it all plays out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Crawford talking spicy, Errol Spence calling him out. We'll see what happens next. As always, subscribe to the channel, and I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.